Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Food Science on a Budget. My name is Catherine, I'm a Danish food scientist and powerlifter living in Vienna, Austria. After a successful frugal February, it is now March, Monday, March the 2nd to be specific, and I have the first grocery haul of this month for you. Today my husband and I tried something new. We went to Hofer, which is the Austrian version of Aldi or Aldi in English. And then we went to Lidl, and then tomorrow I will go to Billa Plus. In total today we spent 37 euros and 37 cents. And let me turn you around and show you what we bought. So if you've watched some of my previous grocery hauls, you've never ever seen me go to Hofer. I've actually only been once, and I've lived in this country since 2019, and the one time I went was to buy something for work, so I've never been for private reasons. And that's because when we had Aldi in Denmark, it was just a really bad store, and eventually it closed because it just couldn't make money. But the stores were really messy, and they smelled weird, and yeah, just generally not a very good experience. But we have heard a lot of good things about Hofer from Austrians, and when I watch grocery hauls online, Aldi seems like a really good store. So I checked the flyer out, and they had a really good deal on milk, and then they had a deal on carrots. So since there's a Hofer right next to the Lidl we usually drive to, we decided to stop by there first today. So this is the milk they had on sale. It's similar to what we usually buy, so the shelf-stable milk with the low fat percentage. And you had to buy 12, then you got them for 63 cents per liter. So we ended up getting 24. Then they had carrots on sale, 1 kilogram bag for 99 cents. I was considering getting 2, but I think this week we'll only use 1 probably. So I just stuck with 1. And then this was an impulse buy. I saw these high protein wraps, and I know that it's probably overpaying for something that's not really necessary, but they feel really nice and soft, and they were only €1.99. There are 8 wraps in here. They're quite small, but I figured that could be 2 dinners sometime, not this week probably. But that was what we got at Hofer, and I will show you the receipt here. So yeah, the milk, she rung that up twice, but a total of 24. Then the carrots and the protein wraps, and the total was 18 euros and 10 cents. And if I have to say what I thought about the store, it was definitely nicer than the stores in Denmark, but I still prefer Lidl the way it was, yeah, inside the store. But yeah, they had some really good deals, some nice products. And one thing I really liked was at the cash register, each register had 2 terminals for paying. So you don't have to wait for the person in front of you to pay. The cashier just, once she's finished scanning the first person's items, she scans the second person's items and then sends them like down a different path on the conveyor belt, and you have your own terminal to pay. So that was really nifty. Then if we continue with the stuff I got, or we got at Lidl, let me just find the receipt here. I'm almost out of sparkling waters. I got a 6-pack. They were not on sale, so that's why I just got 1 6-pack. They're 39 cents for each 1.5 liter bottle, and we pay a 25-cent bottle deposit per bottle as well. We got red onions on sale, 79 cents. This was a semi-impulse buy. One of my weekly ad coupons in the Lidl Plus app was 10% off canned pineapple, and we like to have these on hand, and I think we only have 1 in the cupboard, so I just grabbed 1. And with the discount, I paid 2 euros and 6 cents for that one. Then this bottle of lime juice was free. It was a gift for spending a certain amount of money last month. Then we were almost out of these wannabe Laughing Cow wedge cheeses. I think we have 2 or 3 wedges left, so grabbed another box, €3.79 for that. I don't usually buy rice cakes, or in this case corn cakes, but I wanted to have some for my powerlifting competition this weekend. And I'd looked at them in Hofer and didn't get any, and that was quite lucky because they were actually on sale in Lidl. So I only paid 79 cents for this package, and there is 130 grams in there. The rice cakes were the same price, and they're even organic. Then we are out of the vanilla skyr and the vanilla quark. The quark is still 20 cents cheaper than the skyr, but they only had 3, so I got those 3 and then 1 of the skyr. And I think my husband prefers the skyr, but I eat more of it, so it's probably fine that we have 3 of one and then 1 of the other. And then the final item was a head of cauliflower. It was on sale for €1.49. And as you probably deducted from my previous grocery hauls, something like carrots is a staple that I basically always buy, and usually also buy bananas each week. But then what other fruits and vegetables we get is highly dependent on what's on sale at the different stores. So that's also the reason why we got the cauliflower and the red onions this week. And then I have some fruits on my list for tomorrow when I go to Billa Plus. But let me show you the receipt from Lidl. So we have red onions, lime juice, canned pineapple, sparkling water, corn cakes, this Laughing Cow wannabe cheese, the quark, the vanilla skyr, and then finally the cauliflower. And the total in Lidl was €19.27. And I saved €1.37 from using the app. And this new Lidl that we have, it's really, really nice. They have some self-checkout places, and they're really efficient, much better than I've experienced in other stores. I'm really happy with that. Anyway, so this is all that we got in Hofer and Lidl, and I will talk to you again tomorrow after I get back from Billa Plus. I just got back from Billa Plus. It was quite a successful trip. I spent a total of €29.36 divided into 2 purchases. That was actually a little less than I was expecting to spend, considering what I was buying today. If we start at the back here, I got these Mannerschnitten. They're waffles with like a hazelnut chocolatey filling. They're a Viennese brand, and I bought those because we're visiting some friends and we wanted to give them a present. I was lucky that they were on a sale that could be combined with a sticker, so I ended up paying €13.49 for the package. So that was pretty good. The package contains 18 smaller packages of waffles. In that purchase, I also got a bottle of sugar-free syrup. We're all out now. With the sticker, the price of that was €2.99. Then I was gonna get a different brand of bananas and use a sticker on it. I knew that they were on sale, but the flyer didn't say that no further discounts were available, and it did say it with some of the other sales on that brand. But when I got to the store, the mark on the shelf said no further discounts available. So I pivoted and got these clever bananas, and it's 776 grams for 5 smallish bananas. So I paid €1.23 total for these bananas. Strawberries were on sale, 500 grams for €2.99. they look pretty good and they smell quite nice and strawberry. So I hope they taste good as well, but when the odor is good, the flavor most likely is as well. Then this week's special sticker is a clever sticker. It's only for 5%, but I figured I would stock up on the baking chocolate that we prefer. We don't have that much left from when my husband made cookies about maybe a month ago or so. So I got one, so I saved 20 cents, making it €3.79. And then since I didn't need to use a sticker on the bananas, I moved these waffles from the other purchase I had planned to this purchase. I saw them in the flyer and I figured if the date was okay, they would be a nice breakfast on the day of my competition. That day I want something fairly carb heavy, but not with too much fiber. And I think these are okay. Yeah, so it's 165 grams and it's shelf stable and good until the 17th of May. And they feel fairly nice and soft. So I hope they will taste okay as well. They were on a small sale and I could use a sticker, so that made the price €1.34. Yeah, so this is that purchase: bananas, strawberries, waffles, syrup, waffles. Yeah, so these here are the fresh waffles, and the waffles down here are the gift, the expensive ones, and then the baking chocolate. So I used the 4 stickers, and then I had an app coupon for 5 times the points, so I earned a total of 60 points. And I actually could have earned 5 points more if I had moved these waffles to the other purchase and instead got the chocolate milk in the first purchase, but I didn't think about that until afterwards. Yeah, so I did a second purchase where I got a chocolate milk with a sticker, making the price €1.64. And then I checked the vegetable drawer in my freezer and I noticed I didn't have a backup of the green beans. And we prefer the ones from Clever, even though, at least last time I checked, they were cheaper at Lidl, but in Lidl they're very long and these are already cut into smaller pieces, which both my husband and I prefer, so we'll pay the extra few cents. But today I could use this 5% off sticker, so I saved 10 cents, making the price €1.89, and it's a 1 kilogram bag. So my total for that purchase was €3.53. So if I had switched the chocolate milk and the bananas, I would have spent 30 cents more on this purchase, and you get points for every €2 spent. But oh well, it's okay. So yeah, that was what I got for a total of €29.36, and I believe I spent 37 yesterday, making the weekly total €66.73. If that's incorrect, or probably in any case, I'll put the correct price up on the screen. Today is Friday, March the 6th, and I just had a tiny shop. We had some errands, and when you park in the Spar parking house building thing, you can get your parking ticket validated if you buy something. So we bought 2 of these Kærgården, which is spreadable butter. So it's butter with a little bit of rapeseed oil in it. It's a Danish product and it's salted, which we really like. And I had some coupons in the Spar app, so I got 25% off each one. So I paid €2.06, and each package is 200 grams. So that's an extra €4.12 on top of my weekly spend, and I'll put the new total on the screen. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end of this first grocery haul of March. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing a more regular grocery haul, even though in this trip today in Billa, I got some stuff that we don't get in a normal week. But when I'm not doing Frugal February, there's obviously room for that in the budget, which was good since we needed a gift for some friends, as I mentioned. Anyways, yeah, thanks again for watching, and I would so much appreciate a like on my video, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would also appreciate if you would subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!